JJ Redick said the coach does not matter. The Lakers are gonna suck, allegedly.
Coaching job remains open. Our Adrian Wojnarowski reporting that LA has interviewed former Warriors coach and ESPN analyst Mark Jackson, along with former Blazers coach Terry Stotts. JJ, who do the Lakers need to hire to vault themselves back into contention?
That's a good joke. It's a good question. if you're joking around, contention?
Yeah, contention.
The Lakers are not contending next season. That's not going to happen. And we broke down all the different trade scenarios last week. They're not going to be a contender. They're pretty much stuck next year.
Even with the big three.
So I think they should figure out a way to hire Steph Curry as a player coach, maybe Paul George. Just fill out a coaching staff with current players. That's the only way they're going to get back to contention. There's no way.
Hey, Sage, JJ got jokes now, bro. JJ got jokes.
Yeah, this nigga got jokes. Bro got jokes. Okay, JJ. Okay, James Jones Redick. Fuck you. I ain't got no clapback right now. I'm too sick for that. Fuck you. Fuck you. This hurts, man. We got LeBron and AD talking about no shot at title contention. What kind of shit is that? Like, what even? We have a 30-point per game score. No shot. Fuck you.
I feel so bad for Mark Jackson because ever since like 2015, every single time a coach gets fired, they should hire like Mark Jackson or something. Like, I don't even know if he wants to coach. Like, has anyone asked him if he wants to coach?
Because at some point, some team out there would just do it for the media promise. What's the worst that could happen type shit. And nobody hired him.
Y'all are hyping him up so much, and then when he gets on a team and then underperforms, now you're gonna say he's a bad coach. All right, bro.
And then, but to get this souls, then he can't commentate no more. Because now he really don't know what he's talking about. We've seen him coach and suck. Y'all want that man to be irrelevant. That's fucked up.
Crazy,
That's
bro.
fucked up.
Before we get to the rest of the video, shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this video. Prize Picks is the best legal way to play player props in valid states. All of our users who use the code SNS, it is on the screen right now, will get 100% match up to $100 on their first deposit. So if you put 50, they'll put 50 for you. If you put 60, they'll put 60 up to 100. So if you put in 100, you'll have 200 to play with. The process is so easy. There's so many sports you can participate in. Even within the NBA, there's 1/2, 1/4, full game. Today, let's do some full games. James Harden's been heating up lately. I'm gonna trust you. James. I know y'all see Luka. I gotta rock with my dog Luka. And let me take the over on Tyrese Maxey's threes. Shout out Tyrese Maxey. Over. You know how we roll. Scared money don't make no money. 50. Power. Place entry. And that's it. It's that easy. So once again, shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this video. Links will be in the description. Code SNS. And back to the video.
Hey, this core group, those three guys, with their lack of draft picks, with no real money in free agency, they're not in contention next year. It doesn't matter who the coach is.
Dang.
Let me say this, and I'm going to be very serious when I'm saying this, okay? We've talked about the Lakers a lot. People have lamented mom and pop shop operation, all of this other stuff. I'm done with all of that. I got love for Jeannie Buss. She can trust whoever she wants to trust, whether that's Kurt Rambis, Linda Rambis, or whatever the case may be, so be it. Rob Pelinka, there's a few agents that have gotten jobs as a GM and are in position to make those basketball decisions. It's on him now, okay? What I would tell you,
JJ got fucking glare on him. Look at it. Yo! He's looking at him so menacingly. Oh my God.
Disgusting creatures. Get out of my sight.
That is not a stare I want, bro. No cap.
Don't say no bullshit, Steven. I cook your ass right now. Like, damn, JJ. He said he's serious. He ain't saying he's trying to fight. Fuck.
We need an offensive-minded as opposed to a defensive-minded coach, because Frank Vogel was more defense than offense. They need an offensive-minded coach. But more importantly than that, they need a strong-willed coach that sits up there and is capable of telling the organization, you run the organization, I coach.
Do you think they're gonna hire some? They picked the guy.
Sound good. Sound great, coach. That would be damn right, Steven. But unfortunately, you think the Rambises, Jeannie Buss gonna be like, hey, you can tell me what to do. You're hired. This is the same franchise that LeBron goes, I want Tyronn Lue. They go, oh, we get him, but we picking the staff. Like, all right, what the fuck? No.
I'm gonna pick a guy that's gonna give me the real.
Put me in my place. like she's not being submissive.
That's the most beta shit I've heard all week, bro. What the
I need a man that's gonna put me in my place. So he gonna call the shots over here, and then I'm gonna sign his check. I'd be damned.
You go manage the team. You right. You're right. I'm gonna leave you alone.
Hey, nah, my bad, bro. You got me.
Walks away. Dang, that's really what I wanted from this guy. Like,
Nod of approval after he just bases you in your own house. Oh my God.
Cannot have a situation where the coach feels disempowered, where he has to play certain dudes because he's going to hear from management. He has to make sure dudes get their minutes. He's going to hear from management, or he's reticent about.
What he's saying is true. It's just not
benching
realistic.
Dude when he knows that dude doesn't deserve to be playing, et cetera, et cetera. You have to have the kind of coach that's capable of getting in the face of players and saying, "Look, you ain't getting it done." I will remind you, the story is old. Ty Lue is in the finals coaching the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron James is balling. And who does Ty Lue call out, according to reports, at halftime in the locker room? LeBron James. LeBron James having a pretty damn good half. If you look at the numbers, he said, you ain't doing enough. We need more. If you don't do it, we ain't going to win the championship. You got to have somebody that's capable of doing that. You got to have somebody that's like a Pat Riley that's able to look at Charles Smith in the 90s when Charles Smith walks into the locker room in his clothes, with his clothes on, according to the book, Blood in the Garden. And Pat Riley asked him, if we needed you for 5 minutes, could you, with everything on the line, could you give it to us? Charles said, sure. He said, then what the F are you doing with your clothes on instead of your uniform? You got to have a coach that can have that kind of attitude and can disseminate that kind of message to the players. We got to stop.
And where's it going to get them?
Listen, me personally, I think Mark Jackson could be that guy.
No, I'm saying, where is it going to get them? They think it's a great coach.
Y'all are setting him up for failure like shit, bro. God damn.
Nah, man, I was about to have a whole serious tidbit on why I keep saying it sound good, because spoiler, can't happen. And I'll explain that whenever we decide to give our own take. But nah, man, you think the guy that you're describing is all done in Mark Jackson? You think Mark Jackson is the voice where Russell Westbrook is like, oh yeah, we have no expectation. Mark Jackson's gonna be the guy to be like, the fuck you mean, and press Russ? He pressed Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel won a chip 2 years ago. He's over here making sarcastic jokes to LeBron and AD about, dang, I couldn't help you tonight. They won a chip 2 years ago. That's LeBron James and Anthony Davis he's talking to. They looking him off. He like, hey man, maybe next game I'll be there and I might be able to help you. Like, you think Mark Jackson's going to come through and slide guys like Trevor Ariza, Carmelo Anthony, role players that still think they got it in 2022? That shit is not happening with that name. And that's the problem with what Stephen A's saying. Hypothetically, he's spitting. Unfortunately, you're not finding that, bro. You're not finding that.
Yeah, they're not finding that. Two, they're not going to be looking for that. They want someone they can boss around a little bit. Nah, I think that's just, unfortunately and fortunately, it makes sense. Like, when you're hiring someone, you want someone that you can, communicate with well and kind of does what you envision the team to do. All I know is, if Mark Jackson is the coach of this team, Russ is just going to be like, you ain't won a championship either, bro. Like,
he's going to be like, we in the same space.
To me, if Anthony Davis is healthy, alone, and that's a big ask. But if Anthony Davis is healthy,
okay,
with
said it.
The LeBron James that we saw this past season, I think you get to the playoffs.
That's sick, bro. Lakers fans, I'm so sorry the bar is that low. You talking about if 2 top 10 players are healthy, I think they make the playoffs.
You almost got me. Almost, the video was almost cut short. Chat. When I do these walkaways, I might turn around, sit down, and record the next video. But I'd be dead ass. I come back to the chair, so I was like, all right, let's finish. No. No. I almost was gone, bro. That's nasty.
LeBron James, anything can happen. Am I thinking they're going to win the championship? Hell no. But what I'm saying is,
you said that for 6 months. And what if there's any lesson to learn from that? No, but it's that top-heavy rosters just don't work in today's NBA.
I agree with that.
They don't work.
Time out.
The Nets didn't work.
Time out. I agree with that when you're talking championship, not when you're talking about getting to the playoffs. It's a damn shame.
The question was contention.
Well, again, well, to me, I'm thinking about a LeBron James in the playoffs. Anything is possible.
Oh, my God, bro.
That nigga just gave you a believe it take. Like a dead ass my ninja way take. He just did that. He just for no reason. He literally contradicted himself, first of all, like in 2 seconds. It was amazing. World record. But second, he goes, hey man, that's LeBron. Anything can happen. He might just drop 100. He might just drop 100. That's GOAT James.
You literally said just 3 seconds ago that top-heavy teams don't win championships. And then 3 seconds later said, but you know what? If LeBron's in the playoffs, like anything can happen. This is the commentary that literally sets up players for the hate that they receive. Y'all get mad at us for pointing it out. When you set these expectations, this is what we're gonna fucking expect. So just lower them. When we talk about setting realistic expectations, now we're considered haters because we're setting realistic expectations. I'm sorry, I'm not expecting a 38-year-old LeBron James to one-man army a team in the playoffs. I don't even expect that from current MVP, 26, 27-year-old Nikola Jokic when he was going up against the Warriors. Why the fuck should I expect that from LeBron James in year 20 when he's 38? Just because he's LeBron? That's why he gets that hate, unfortunately. That shit pisses me off, bro.
If an Anthony Davis is healthy. What's the difference between Anthony Davis and LeBron James in my estimation? One dude gets ready, another dude stays ready.
Yeah.
LeBron James is always
Molly
ready.
zoned
He's
out.
always, she's in shape now. Whereas Anthony Davis may or may not be. And so when you look at it from that perspective, it's about having a strong enough coach to hold dudes accountable so you can maximize what's around them and the drama is minimized because you're not allowed to run amok and just think the way you want to think, feel what you want to feel, and do what you want to do. You got clear delineation. You got management doing their job, and then once the coach has the team, this is my team, move the hell out the way and let me do what I do. They have to have that structure.
Last word.
I'm not disagreeing that they need structure, but I don't think them running amok, as you said, had anything with them doing being a bad basketball team last year.
Hold on now, player.
Bad roster.
I disagree.
Thank you.
Hold on now, player.
Stephen,
I agree with that.
outside of those three, see,
It was both.
Taylor Horton-Tucker was really bad this year. Okay, Malik Monk was the only young player that played well. Their entire roster, outside of Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James, who admittedly are a bad fit together, was a bunch of guys that haven't been good since 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay? So there's no. It's not about running amok. It's not about having a defensive coach or an offensive coach. They had a top 5 defense with Frank Vogel. They won a championship.
Forgive me for taking the next.
Shut up, Frank Vogel.
It's a bad roster.
Let me remind you.
With nowhere to go.
Let me remind you of who you're talking to.
Uh-oh.
You are talking to a guy that covered
Yeah.
Allen Iverson, and they had a bunch of parts around him.
Yo, he's pulled that
Flex
card for
on
like
him.
20 fucking
Flex on the man. I know the man that crossed MJ. Look at his face.
Look, when it comes to the Laker conversation, bro, it's a bad fitting roster. The reason why they failed last year was because the roster fit bad and because their 2 best players were injured. That's really what all it boils down to. And y'all are just running circles around this topic, pointing fingers at every single person, trying to point one finger. It's not at one person, bro. It's not. A coach, like JJ Redick said, is not going to fix this. There has to be multiple changes that happens.
Different NBA.
Let me finish. I understand that, but listen to where I'm going. My point is, I'm spoiled by that reality in this one respect. You had people around him that did their jobs and were mindful of what they couldn't do because Larry Brown wouldn't allow anything else. You knew what the hell your job was, and you did your job. What LeBron James was surrounded by last year wasn't an absence of talent. There's a whole bunch of people that weren't doing their damn jobs. And for a variety of reasons.
How's that on the
you gotta
coach?
take that into consideration. And if you have that, you never know what you can do because we've seen LeBron James do more with less.
How is that on the coach? In 2020, Frank Vogel had the Lakers operating like a fucking well-oiled machine. Everyone was doing their job. If anything, the main reason why people love the 2020 Lakers is because of their role players and how they just, again, did their job. Yo, shout out Frank Vogel, bro. That's all I gotta say. Whoever gets Frank Vogel this offseason, if he gets a new job, you're getting a hell of a coach.
Getting a good, patient coach. Look, truthfully, both of them pissed me off in the last minute of that segment. I was with JJ for most of it. That last segment, both of them pissed me off, man. First of all, in regards to what JJ said. Oh, no. Stephen A ain't entirely wrong when he said people ain't just doing their job. And at the end of the day, a coach would definitely help. And it wasn't just that the roster is bad. The roster sucked, but they thought they weren't trash. And I know self-confidence is a hell of a thing. I have tons of it. You feel me? But when you go the route of, when we turn this around from November to December to March, all the way until weeks before the play-in, and then you don't make the play-in? That's a level of delusion where truthfully, you need somebody in there to be like, yo. Y'all are not like that, bro. Like, what are we talking about? What are we doing? Something has to change. Nobody in that organization believed that this team was not as good as they thought they were. Everybody in that organization, you could just tell by how the players acted and literally spoke. Same with the staff. All of them thought they were the hot shit. So I can't go the route of a coach wouldn't help in that regard, because trust me, if they weren't just on diva time, we'd probably be in the play-in. At the same time, Stephen A., if you think that it's a matter of good encouragement and accountability, and the Lakers would be on timing, fuck no! Trevor Ariza is poo. He's not good. He's just not good. He's 6'9" me. You know what? Like, if I was 6'9", I'm telling you now, I'm a lazy motherfucker. I be great in the first quarter. I show hella effort. 3 more of them shits, I'm not running, bro. I'm not running. You give me the ball in the corner, I might knock that bitch. That's it. So Trevor Ariza's a 6'9" me, and I'm not good for the NBA. You got Talen Horton-Tucker, who, this ain't even THT hate, y'all. He just don't belong on the Lakers. He just does not belong. He's an experimental type player, a long-term development type player. Doesn't belong. You got other seniors like Dwight Howard, DJ, then you picked up the shorter DJ. And then when you come to the big three, they all make me fucking sick. I don't need to talk about them. So, it's not a good team either. The Lakers fucking suck. JJ's right, we're fucked, but god damn it, a coach would help. And it's not Terry Stotts. Terry Stotts, get the fuck up on out. I don't want no damn Dame assist. Shut up, bro. No. Terry Stotts was awful. Yeah. Do not get me. Like, do niggas think it's Vogel's fault that bad? They're like, yeah, you know what? We had a good defensive coach. Now let's go the other way. Give Terry Stotts.
No defense.
There's no defense. Just
already had a bad defense.
With worse shooters than Dame and CJ. Bet. What the fuck? What are we doing, bro?
Yo, shout out to the Lakers, bro. Wishing y'all the best, for real. Watch this video right here.
Y'all can go to hell.